Hello, you three.
Hello.
Just before we begin, do you want to quickly give your names?
Sure. I'm Carrie.
I'm Kara.
And I'm Marissa.
Where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
I'm from Kansas.
I'm from New York.
And did you know each other before you arrived on this course?
No.
Interesting, isn't it? How many people are in your training group this month?
We have 12 this month.
And did you know any of them?
No.
Right, so question number one. How has it been arriving and not only having to spend all day training and working with all these other people that, were strangers, you're living together as well. So tell me about living at the house or the apartment.
I think it's been really great. We have an apartment with 4 people, and then the house with the remaining few. We're all around the same age group, so we've all gotten along excellently. We've had a lot of fun.
We actually enjoy spending time with each other, even outside of school. And we thought we'd be sick of each other at night, but we all still hang out at night and have a good time.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. We all get along. Everyone has a distinctive personality. But we all tend to mesh well together, so it's been great.
I think that's a big question to flag up before we even get to the teaching stuff. Your weekends. Have you been on any of the organised weekend activities?
Yes. We've been on 2.
We all went together. Most of us were there. I don't know if you were there. We did the archaeological tour. So we went to Nemea, Mycenae.
Yep.
Mycenae. Nafplio, and then Tolo Beach. So we spent an entire Saturday doing all of that, and it was a blast.
That was a great day.
Yeah.
How have you found managing doing report writing, studying, other stuff to do with the course? Balancing that with your downtime?
I think that's difficult. I think that's probably been our biggest challenge.
Yeah.
We really want to go out and explore, and when we're outside of school, kind of be tourists and enjoy Greece.
It's
It's
really hard to make yourself do work on the weekends. So if you are able to get it done during the course of the week when you're not lesson planning or when you're not teaching, I would highly recommend doing that, because now I'm playing catch up.
How intensive would you say this course is?
Very.
Very intensive. Yeah, and of course you want to do well. It's very, very intensive, and I think we're all dedicated. But we also want to have a little bit of downtime to explore, to go out, to explore Greek culture a little bit, and to explore around, etc. So it's a little bit difficult sometimes to balance everything out, because you want to really do well, you want to accomplish your objectives, and sometimes it's a little difficult too.
Because Monday to Friday, moving away from sort of all the fun downtime stuff, the course, right? So first thing though, the teaching practice. Have you found it?
Great.
I have loved it. I mean, in the beginning, you're really anxious and you have nerves and butterflies in your stomach, but as the time progresses, you just become comfortable and you find your style. And you know your students by the end of the month, and it's a lot of fun to see them come in every day. So I'd say it's been great.
I've learned so much from the teaching practice, and then from watching the other trainees teach too. And I think it's just such a complete learning experience, because you get to observe other people teaching also.
It is, and it's also great to watch the trainers. It's been great to watch Kat.
Hello.
It's been great to watch you, because you're very animated and excited about what you do, so it's very inspiring. And I think also, I feel that when I first came, I was a little bit skeptical about teaching English, because I had taught theater and film. And I was a little bit skeptical about teaching English, and I kind of took a very formal route, I would say, in terms of teaching language. I was a little skeptical about it, but now I think I've come more into my own. So you've been inspired.
Insightful, isn't it? Yeah. Morning sessions. These didn't involve teaching practice, did they? How would you describe the morning sessions? What do they involve?
They involve a bit of lecture from the trainers, lecture from classmates, you're just kind of thrown into it and handed a piece of paper and they tell you to teach it to your classmates, which I think is beneficial in some aspects. You definitely have to be on your game in the morning sessions.
We have different grammar lessons and teaching methodology lessons and classroom management. So more work, not the teaching practice.
And we covered a lot of grammar that I had forgotten, and I actually learned about how much I had forgotten or didn't really know. And that was actually good for me to do. So even as an English speaker, I think that was very good for me and maybe for some of the other students as well.
So all this grammar is going to come into play tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow?
Test day.
Big test.
Big test.
Do you all feel prepared? Or as prepared as you can be at this stage?
I think that the trainers have prepared us as much as they can.
Right.
Now it's just up to our own initiative, which we're all going to go home and study tonight.
Yeah.
Looking back, if you could go back in time, jump back, and give yourself some advice before you arrived in, before you jumped on that plane or that train or that bus, what advice would you like to go back and impart to your pre-course selves?
I think I would want to be better prepared for what the course is. I think that I maybe came into the course I heard intensive, but I don't think I processed what that was, and I wasn't in the correct mindset for the first few days. The long days, which are great, and you learn a lot, but it's a lot of time in the classroom, and I would change the way I thought about it and be more prepared for that.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I think just maybe going back to time management. You just have to make sure that you're keeping on top of your reports. They're really not all that hard or that bad to write. It's just making sure that you find time to do it. And I would just suggest trying to get it done during the week, because the weekends come, you do want to go on tours and have fun, and you do have time to do it during the week. So
Too. I didn't know what to expect really, and I don't think I really came prepared for the intensive. But I'm really glad that I came, and that's basically it. I'm glad that I came, and I. Along the same vein, I would have managed my time ahead. I would have made some kind of schedule ahead of time in terms of paper, so that I could maximize having a good time as well. So there's a little bit of a conflict between really wanting to do the work and also wanting to have a good time, good downtime.
So, you're going to end up with some certificates to hang on the wall, but will that be it, or are you now raring to go, and are you going to keep on this path?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm keeping on. I'm interviewing. I'm ready to go start teaching.
Excellent. Have you been given any job advice or guidance, or?
Yeah. There were Friday sessions. We had the opportunity to ask any questions we wanted. Went over resume building for this particular career, and then the trainers were always available if you had questions. For individual guidance.
Yeah. We also get a lot of resources about websites and different programs that you can use and where to apply and different companies to work through, so that was helpful.
So lastly, thank you, girls. But
Thank you.
could you very quickly, be it one word each even, think of some way to summarise your experience here?
As cliche as it sounds, I have 2 words, and it legitimately was life-changing. I mean, different career path now. Coming into it, I have a lot of words. Coming into it, I didn't know if it was going to be something that would work out for me to do, but it's what I want to do now, so it's good.
I have to say, unforgettable. It's been a pretty unforgettable experience, and everything you learned from this, whether it was in the classroom or living with your roommates, and the trips that we did and the stuff that we took, I don't think I'll forget anything about the past 4 weeks.
Cool. Marissa?
Exciting and thought-provoking, I would say.
Oh, words of teachers. All three of you. Listen, thank you very much. And have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.